You good?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I just took this piece of tape off of here. Here. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Thing so awesome. This is the result of 6 weeks of doing crazy stuff. And I think I'm proud of it. Because even though all this crazy stuff seemed totally terrible as I did it, it will pass. And I'm okay. I'll survive. Because I'm a survivor.
What did you do?
What did I do? You can't even begin to imagine what I did. You see, the first week we did this series at our church. You see, there were 2 challenges every week, except for the last week. Most likely one of them is boring enough that I'm not going to tell you about it. And the first week, we were given a brown paper bag. And we were told we had to eat whatever was in it. And they said, it might be fishy. So I'm like, okay, goldfish crackers. Well, there were 8 contestants. 4 of them had goldfish crackers. However, the other 4 had little baiter fish that were all gold. And I had little baiter fish that were all gold. So I ate a live little gold baiter fish. It was terrible. And ever so ironically, the sermon was on peer pressure. After everybody said, eat it, eat it, eat it. Yeah, I could totally agree with that sermon. And you know, the second week, I was given octopus to eat. And I just want to say that it's like trying to chew on a rubber tire. Terrible. Don't eat it. And the third week, I ever so fortunately got immunity, which is when you win the first challenge you do. You know, the challenge that I told you was probably boring enough I wouldn't tell you. I won that challenge. It was blindfold Pictionary. My team won. So I didn't have to do the second challenge. I was glad that I didn't have to do the second challenge. And you see, the fourth week was one that I really appreciated because our challenge was to dig our face into a pudding pie. I was so glad because that challenge was so much tastier than the rest. And, no, honestly. And, this week, I ate puke soup. It was terrible. Imagine the worst thing you've ever eaten. It's 1,000 times worse than that. But, I am a survivor. I survived it all.
So name some stuff in the puke soup.
Name some stuff in the puke soup. You see, let us take this story to the refrigerator. Come, my refrigerator is this way. Okay, now I'm going to name some stuff I know that we don't have. We do not have clam chowder, however it was in there. We do not have real lemon juice, which was in there. And we do have cottage cheese, which is somewhere back there. I think we had some sort of weird oil in there that I probably cannot name. I know we had tartar sauce. And I know we had pickle juice. Luckily, there were no sliced jalapenos. But, I know I pronounced it wrong, it's funny. But, there was something suspiciously chunky in there. I couldn't name it, though. And what else do we have? I do believe we had ketchup and mustard, and we had mayo. You see, you can automatically assume there was nothing delicious in there. You can automatically assume that there weren't fresh apples, or raw apples. That would have tasted fine, too. There wasn't any pudding in there. I think they were supposed to put chocolate syrup in there, and then they never did. Shame. And you see, surprisingly enough, enough. There was no poison, although it tasted like it. And that's the tour of our fridge. And, again, imagine the worst thing you've ever tasted. It's 1,000 times worse than that. But I survived. And I am a survivor. And